I'm sorry. I thought this was America.
Shut down in Austin, raided back in Cleveland. A gun up in our faces and they never gave a reason. Writings on the wall, all the politics are fake. Yeah, it's clear to me we living in a holy state. 7 beers deep and we haven't left the heights. The whole city's gone corrupt, there ain't enough to make it right. Wish the music would be more like the boats on the shore. More rust, less metal, put the pedal to the floor. Let them crops grow deep in the pothole streets. In the rock and roll city on the stop, on the beat. Got me paranoid, stressed, why don't you put me to the test? I know a street light. In Cincy, burned out in Compton. God bless America and fuck Dennis Rodman. Working man's in prison while celebrities escape. Oh my God, so much bigger than a holy state. Debbie had a job, but now all she does is crack. She collect a welfare check and yet she drives a Cadillac. Just perpetuating more of that choosing to afford. Whether rich or whether poor, sometimes it's what you settle for. But it's gotta come cheap when there's just enough to eat. And the wheels of the cat and knock holes in the street. When you're making ends meet by the skin of your teeth, it's a hard life. I think we all know, straight into technology, tracking you on your cell phones. They'll break you down, but you'll give them the tools. Now they're taxing your paychecks and taking music out of public school. Better give your shoes tied on the east side. Smoke a blunt, take a walk and dump on the police ride. Never but you seem like a regular day. Got your hustle on, but you don't get paid. At least not enough, so you better make a change. End up getting busted with your face on the front page. Now the money on the better and you're safe, but it's not even better in the first place. Why? Bombed out in B-more, broke down in Youngstown. If you ain't been listening, let me give you the rundown. The prison's up for profit, it's society's mistake. How macabre we've been living in a holy state. Another privileged youth who somehow thought he could hang. He got covered in tattoos and goes and joins a biker gang. When refusing to conform has become part of the norm. Better come original and then you might weather the storm. But the talk comes cheap when it got some beef. And up at that silver spoon and keeps the rules of the street. Hope you got your peace when the shit gets deep. Think you're smart, right?
Does anybody know what the situation is? Do you know what we can do and what we can't do? We can say it, but we can't say it. So we take the position that the only way that the people can deal with this is to take it in the streets.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming on and listening. That was Tropidelic with Police State from the album Police State.
Yeah, hey guys, it's Brandon. Welcome to the show. I was fortunate enough to see these guys back in October. They opened for 311 in Grand Rapids. Awesome show. Catch them any of their upcoming dates if you can. May 12th, they're at the House of Blues in Cleveland. May 16th, Slow Down in Omaha. May 17th at the Larimer Lounge in Denver, Colorado. May 18th at the Mishawaka Amphitheater in Bellevue, Colorado. May 19th in Boulder. May 23rd, they'll be in San Diego. And May 25th, they'll be in Monterey. So check them out on Facebook. Follow them on Spotify, on Twitter. Just a really awesome band. Great live band.
I like their style.
Yeah, they're really awesome live.
Oh, I bet. Like, as I was sitting here jamming behind my computer screen, I was like, man, I'd love to see these guys live.
Yeah, the song we're going to play at the end of the show might be my favorite song of theirs, I think.
Your favorite?
Yeah, I think so.
The song for the intro was pretty damn good.
Yeah, fuck Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, exactly. Him and Kim Jong Un. God damn it! All right,
Hey, you fortune.
have fortune. Oh my God, I'm battling the cold over here, so bear with it.
Dude, are you serious?
What?
Are you serious? You have a cold?
Yeah, I think I'm getting the chest cold. Like an hour before the show, I'm like
Dude,
chilling.
you've been
here.
sick like 30 times in the last year.
Yeah. Welcome to being a Davenport, right?
I don't know. I haven't been. I got sick when we first moved here and
Well,
like
Brandon,
4 years ago, and then I haven't been really sick since.
Brandon, we got to talk to you. Your parents didn't want you to know, but you're adopted.
Hey, if that's what it takes not to be sick every other week, man, I'll fucking take it.
Yeah, trust me, it sucks. Ever since a year ago. Well, it's totally off the subject. I'm here to have fun. So, let's get some started here. We got a new image up, folks. Pretty styling and profiling. So it's going to pop right up there. Let's talk about the opening topic here. Big stuff happened over the weekend.
Okay, over the last several days, yeah.
Yes, that would be the NFL draft. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt. Now, okay, real quick, before we get really involved in this, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Is it crazy the NFL is selling tickets? I mean, they sell the draft out. Like, people go to the draft to watch the draft.
Well, we call those people idiots.
Yeah.
And AT&T Stadium wasn't full. Like, the floor was, but it wasn't, like,
Okay, I over-exaggerated.
packed. But, I mean, you're telling me, like, if you were a Colts fan and they were having it at Mucus Boyle, that you wouldn't go check it out?
Sure. Yeah, I guess. But there's talks about people traveling, like, from across the country, possibly even internationally, to go to the draft.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. It was long and fucking boring.
Yeah. They get so much time, it's crazy. It's crazy.
First rounds are almost like gimmies. I mean, everybody knows who they're going to pick weeks in advance.
Sure. Mel Kiper and everything, he started out like in a basement doing this. And people called him like an idiot. But it has grown into its own thing.
Yeah, now he's like on ESPN and Fox and ESPN looking like an idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
You can go far, kids. Don't ever give up your dream of looking like an idiot.
Yeah, Mel Kiper did it. Here's the thing. You sent me a thing earlier. He before they even step foot on the field, a lot of times it seems like, they're going to be this huge, you know what I mean, impact. They're not. Which we'll get to that later.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's 256 players selected. I mean, there's going to be some surprises with that many people, and there's going to be some busts with that many people. It's just, we only know what they did in college. Whether that translates, that's yet to be seen. We got to see if guys like, Baker Mayfield, which he does remind me a lot of Johnny Manziel for some reason. I don't know why.
Now, should they bring Johnny Manziel back to be a QB coach for Mayfield?
I don't see why. Why? He fucking squandered his opportunity. Why would Johnny Manziel even be wanted in any organization? He's a clown.
Yeah, don't say that. Fucking 5 years ago, the Raiders would have drafted him or brought him in for a thing. But we got
but I'm not a Colts fan, man. I fucking, if he got drafted to the Raiders, I say fuck that guy still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't think Baker Mayfield needs Johnny Manziel for anything.
No, I know. It was off the cuff fun. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. Hey, so who was your biggest winners out of this draft?
Okay, before I go crazy on that, ESPN released their grades for every team.
Okay.
There was only two teams that got a C. The Saints and the Steelers. Everybody else was an A or a B. Like
Really?
in between A plus and B minus every team. It's like, how safe is that? My pick for the best draft were the Ravens. They got the quarterback Lamar Jackson, Orlando Brown, offensive tackle, tight ends, corner. I think they had an awesome draft, and I think as far as the first round goes, I think the Cardinals getting Josh Rosen from UCLA, swapping, and all they had to give up was they swapped a pick to go up to like the 10th pick to get him, and I think that was the best move of the draft. What do you think? What do you think?
I think the biggest winners. I'm liking here. Okay, let me sit down here. I'm liking the Giants. I think they were a winner getting Shaquan Barkley. That dude's a beast.
Yeah.
I mean, that alone, to me, that was huge. I forget they were talking about it. I forget the guy. They were saying he has never given, when he's went to scout a player, a perfect 10. And Barkley was a perfect 10. So that's got to say something, right?
Yeah, and it's definitely been a glaring hole for the Giants, I think, ever since Eli's been there. They've never really had a reliable running back, and it's the twilight of his career, but it never hurts to have a good running back.
Exactly. It helps. If I remember correctly, the Colts, they picked up a running back, didn't they?
I followed trying to think here. I followed the first two rounds pretty heavily for the Colts. I know they
picked a couple guards.
In the first two rounds, they got two offensive linemen and two defensive ends and a linebacker. So it must have been in like the third round. Once it got like third roundish, I was like, yeah.
It gets more. They're just in for the ratings then. It was in the fourth round. Haheem Hines. Haheem.
Where's he out of?
You just asked me, didn't you? North Carolina State.
Okay. See, when I might be a tad jaded, but when we're talking fourth, fifth, sixth rounds, I almost feel like some of those guys are vying just for a roster spot.
Yeah.
So I don't hold too much. I mean, when I see their picks now, the two offensive linemen and two defensive ends and a linebacker in the first two rounds, maybe one of those, the linebacker or one of the ends should have been a running back, maybe.
I tell you what, though, I like the Colts. I'd put them up in I put them in the top 5, at least, in drafts for drafting guards. I know Oakland got a bunch of heat from the Raider Nation fans, but look, Luck's coming back. It's almost a certain he'll be playing this year, unless something drastically changes. So,
right.
Why not get people in there? Look, your line sucks. It does. Get people in there that's going to help and protect your guy.
Right, and I think a lot of it has to do with drafting the right people, but it looks a lot better. The Colts filled their needs, and they filled them with the correct players, I think. So, but Maurice Hurst, the defensive tackle from Michigan, the Raiders drafted him in the 5th round with pick 140, and he was like in the top, I think, 10 defensive tackles, but they found like a
what? I went to an ad, I guess. I don't know.
Yes.
Sorry about that, everybody.
They found like a heart murmur, I think it was, but if he can get cleared, I would say Hurst is the biggest steal in the draft. I think he was top 5, if I'm not mistaken.
I kind of scrolled through the Raiders timeline there on Facebook earlier, and just hearing Gruden talk, it kind of gives you hope. I mean, makes it sound like he believes in this team.
Well, I hope so. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's got to, right?
Yeah, I listened to like when he called the when they called Colston from UCLA.
Yeah.
Or Colton, whatever. And I don't know just how they talked. It's good because I seen Ballard call their first round draft pick. He's like, "Hey, buddy, I just wanted to say congratulations." And Gruden's like, "Hey, man, you ready to be a Raider or what?" And he was like, "Hell yeah!" And just I don't know. It's just how they talk and
okay. I'm gonna jump on the bandwagon here or coattail because I 100% agree. When Gruden asked him, "Are you ready to be a Raider?" You could feel like, it's like, how do I want to say this? He's not just like saying, "Hey, you're gonna come play for us" type deal. It's like he's pretty much saying you're either gonna come here, you're gonna bust ass, or you're gone.
Right. And with what's been going on here lately, they're looking smarter and smarter every day that they took a lineman. Penn looks like he's going to be in trouble. Gabe Jackson looks like he might be suspended the first 4 games. So their pick gets better by the day.
Without a doubt. Now the Cowboys, they had, yeah, they didn't have. I mean, they've lost some people. How do you think they fared in the 2018 draft?
What sucks is they didn't get a wide receiver till the 81st pick, and oh my god, with Witten retiring, it was just such short notice. I don't know. I feel like Jerry Jones is becoming what Al Davis was in the latter years with Oakland, and I think he's just making he's making missteps.
Should a owner be a general manager too? Like at what age, at what point do you say, all right, I got to step back?
Guys like him don't. You know what I mean? They're egos, and they've been doing it too long.
Sure.
Just like, I mean, Al Davis, man, I don't want to put it all on him because we've had some ridiculous picks and shit, but that guy kind of buried us. That's why we got in the hole we did.
Well, he always seemed to draft, Al Davis that is, always seemed to draft like your fast guys. It was almost like a Devin Hester type of player. They weren't great at wide receiver, but they're quick.
Right, and that used to work when the league was just kind of getting going. You get the fastest guy out there. Of course it's going to be. Everybody's fast now.
Exactly.
But no, it being at AT&T Stadium, and I remember when the Cowboys were getting ready to pick, everybody was like, they pretty much had it narrowed down between 2 wide receivers. And then they made their selection, and then it showed kind of all the Cowboys fans just kind of staring at each other. It's fucking hilarious. I mean, they get a linebacker, man.
Yeah, that's not a need. I mean, I'm stating the obvious here. I mean, that's not a need. You just had... Okay, Dak Prescott ain't got shit now. And they're drafting defensive? Really?
Right. You get rid of Des Bryant without getting anything in value. Witten retires. You get nothing for him. They did go out and get, I think, Tavon Austin, I think, maybe, from the Rams. They went and got somebody, but, dude, Cole Beasley, Terrence Williams, give me a break. Maybe they got Hearns, too, but don't quote me on that.
Let me ask you this. Do you think there's still hope for Odell Beckham Jr. to go there?
It makes me kind of wonder
if something's not in play.
Yeah, maybe. Man, would that just? Is it the right move? You're kind of getting like a. Compared to Des Bryant, I think Odell Beckham's like the bigger diva. I never thought I'd say that, but I think he is.
Oh, without a doubt he is. He likes being on Instagram with baking powder or baking soda. The cocaine. Okay, anyways. I don't know. They got to have something because they didn't draft anybody really shocking on the offensive side. Ezekiel Elliott's coming back, obviously. I mean, so there's no need for a running back. Why? I don't know.
You're really breaking up. I can't understand you.
Can you hear me?
A little bit.
How about now?
No, it's like really staticky. I don't know what's going on.
How? Can you hear me now?
It's a little better, maybe.
Okay. Maybe there's some connection issues. All right, just keep me updated on that.
Okay, it's good now. Sounds like.
Cool. We just need to do this on a phone. That might be better. Sorry. So, David Akers, he announced the Eagles pick.
Yeah, I think that might have been my favorite moment of the draft.
Yeah, he got a bunch of heat.
It was great.
Yeah, I loved it. I love the drama.
Are we going to be able to take a listen to what he said?
I was getting ready to say we got a clip here, so everybody take a gander.
Go right now. We got a kicker with a pick.
The Indianapolis Colts have traded the 49th pick to the Philadelphia Eagles. To announce the Philadelphia Eagles selection, please welcome from the University of Louisville, kicker David Akers.
What's up, Dallas?
Kicker's trolling the Cowboys.
Last year. I like standing up here before you as an undrafted free agent, representing that shield for 15 years. Tonight, I'm representing the Philadelphia Eagles, NFC East champs, divisional champs, NFC champs, and world champs. The world champs. Hey, Dallas, the last time you were in the Super Bowl, these draft picks weren't born. Woo! Tonight, we are welcome into the Eagles
Look at Doug
family
Peterson.
with the 49th pick in the 2018 draft. The NFL would like to represent the Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Goddard.
All right. I love that. I do.
Wasn't that great?
It was. I love the loyalty. That's key. You know what I mean? And he went out there and he didn't just like rib him a little bit. He went out there and talked shit.
Well, I mean, the Cowboys kind of did it the past year too. So, I mean, I don't know, man. You can kind of not every stadium you could go in and say that shit and get away with it, but I think you can in Dallas.
Yeah.
But
Maybe.
that was the highlight for me. I think that was hilarious.
Yeah, when I seen that, like I said, I thought they were just gonna go in and kind of give some ribbon a little bit, but no, he went full blown fucking you guys go to hell type stuff. I loved it.
It was great.
I tell you what, you want to open up the phone lines?
Sure.
Why don't y'all call in? Tell us what you think of the draft. Well, did you like it? Did you hate it? Did your team do good? What's up? So
while we're still kind of talking football, let's go to the NCAA with Purdue getting Jeff Brom a new deal.
yes,
I think it was a great move. Yeah, he got paid for sure. I mean, he 7-year, $29 million guaranteed. But Purdue finished on a 3-game win streak, and they've sold nearly 4,500 new season tickets for this coming season. So, I mean, people are excited.
Yeah, he's made Purdue football relevant again. In the past, it just kind of had this stagnant, like, air to it. And him coming in the season they had, I hate ads. I hate ads on web pages. Him. Uh-oh. Hello?
What's up?
What's up?
How do you feel about the number 10 guy saying there was 9 mistakes in front of him?
I hate it.
I think he's got some pretty damn big shoes to fill this upcoming season.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Hey, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
What do you think was the biggest winner in the draft?
The biggest winner?
Yeah.
Oh, I would say the mistake was when the Browns took that quarterback at number 1, and then who picked number 2 that took that badass running back?
The Giants.
Yes. They picked
Yeah,
third,
the
didn't
Giants. If I was the Browns GM, what I would have done is I would have took that running back at number 1, because there was 3 or 4 quarterbacks he could have took at number 4. So, to me, I think, the Giants, to me, did pretty good with the pick they had, because, I think Manning's going to stay around for a few more years, and they just didn't want to sit a quarterback on the sidelines.
I agree. That would have been really smart. I totally agree with you.
Yeah. I like that idea. Yeah.
I mean, if it was me, that's what I would have done, because there was 3 or 4 good potential quarterbacks that were still going to be there at 4. And it's,
you're right.
And in my opinion, they got, it's almost like a horse with blinders on, and they wanted that QB, and you see how their last few QBs worked out.
Yeah, that's the truth. I'm going to have to look up a stat here. I want to know how many years have they had the first round pick? They've had it like the past 8, haven't they?
I believe so.
So I kind of want to know how many quarterbacks they've picked in each one.
One to say, I believe it was at least 4, because they took this guy this year. They took, what's his face?
Manziel. And then they took, that guy from Brady Quinn. Didn't they draft him?
Yeah, they drafted Quinn.
Okay, last year they drafted Myles Garrett with the first pick.
Okay.
And that was their last first pick until back-to-back in 99 and 2000 when they took Tim Couch and then Courtney Brown.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's 4 right off the bat. 5 if you count Johnny Football.
Yeah. Yeah, Browns, I don't know. Whoever their GM is, he's getting paid to pick busts. So.
Well, thanks for calling, man.
Yes.
We appreciate it.
Yes, thanks for calling in.
All right, Tanker, I'll talk to you later.
See you, buddy. Alrighty. No, I agree. I mean...
Yeah, it makes sense.
Do you think Baker Mayfield's going to amount to much?
He reminds me a lot of Manziel, but, I mean... I just think it's going to be tough, man. I think they almost needed... They got to build their offense. They can't just have a quarterback and hope he plays well. He needs weapons. So, I mean...
Yeah, they need to stick with him, and they need to give him that weapons. They need to give a quarterback at least 3 years. I think.
Right. They go into panic mode way too soon on these guys.
Yeah, it's like, look, you're in. Manning didn't have a great career his first few years.
I think he broke the record for rookie interceptions in a season.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's what it is. But let's get back to Purdue football here. He's made Purdue relevant again. Now, earlier in the year, there was talks with him trying to possibly go to Tennessee.
Well, ESPN had him going.
Yeah. Yes.
They had him expected to resign like today and take the Tennessee job.
That's just ESPN. They're the safe bet people, remember?
Right. Well, I mean, Purdue believes in him. I mean, even the assistant coach's salary pool increased by $400,000. I mean, they're saying, "Hey, we're giving you this amount of time. Let's get back to where we were." You know, and I think he can. There's some stability there, and that's what they needed.
Without a doubt. You know, it's like with, you know, man. Hey, you're on the air.
Hey, I just was going to talk about the Coach Braum.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know I have a difference of opinion with some of this stuff, but I think for him only being there 1 year, I mean, that was a hell of a contract. And I know what he's done in that first year, and we went to a bowl game and did all this, but to offer him that much money for that long a time, I think was a huge risk.
Me personally, I think Purdue got scared because we were just bringing up the whole Tennessee thing. ESPN did was saying he was going to go, and then they backtracked a little bit, but he was a possibility. I think Purdue's trying to say... I think
it was, but I don't think he was really ever going to go. I think it was probably just a ploy to get him to stay or to do whatever.
Exactly.
$29 million of his contract is guaranteed. So, I mean, that's huge.
I mean, that's a huge thing. For Purdue, I mean, he's been here 1 year, and I know he's done great, and everybody's excited, and they're having great specials if anybody wants to, get season tickets for their games. But I don't know. That's a big risk.
Yeah, but attendance is up. They're making money. Again, it is 1 year, but he has a lot of he needs to perform now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
Because he starts failing, he's gone.
Well, if they can afford to get him his contract paid out, may have to just keep him.
In the fans' eyes, he's gone. Is what I guess I was getting at.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for the call.
Hey,
thanks.
You. All right.
So, I mean, what's your thoughts on it, Britt? I mean, do you think they're trying to maybe keep him there? They're afraid he's going to go somewhere?
Well, obviously, I mean, he's staying. I mean, his contract's for 7 years. That's pretty big for Purdue. But the number that stood out to me was that $29 million guaranteed and the assistant coach's salary pool increasing by almost $500,000. That's a lot of money for Purdue, man. He's locked up now. So, I mean... But, I mean, I think that was the guy. I mean, you could kind of tell when the news was coming out that he was leaving, there was like a bit of a panic a little bit.
And heartbreak. And they were worried about losing him because he did perform last year. Now he's got 7 years to perform. And he better be taking the bowl games.
It's just a lot of guaranteed money. It should have been some kind of incentive to maybe a certain amount of wins every season, and you get this. That's how a contract should work.
Exactly. I mean, they're just pretty much handing him money. Let me ask you this: what does Braum have to do to get Purdue now that he's making the big bucks? To a championship game?
Well, obviously he's got to recruit. That's where it all lies. Can he recruit? You ain't shit unless you got the guys that can execute your plan.
But it kind of Purdue is just a tough school to, I think, for football to recruit to.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's just he's got an uphill battle. I don't think there's any doubt.
Well, Purdue has invested a lot into him. So, we shall see.
Speaking of investments, maybe we should think about maybe paying some bills.
Okay. Yeah. I tell you what, we can. We, guys, we're back on the market to, again, make money. We got bills to pay. So, with that being said, stand by and listen to this great commercial.
Are you or someone you know struggling with depression or thoughts of suicide? You feel like you have nowhere to turn? Let Davenport Sports Network help with the new DSN Suicide Prevention Hotline. We at DSN are committed to helping you through these trying times. The key to getting you or someone you love help is recognizing the signs, such as helplessness, talking about being trapped, acting anxious or agitated, sleeping too much or too little, extreme mood swings, or being drafted by the Cleveland Browns. Well, we at DSN are here to help. We've already helped former Browns picks Tim Couch, Calvin Lowe, Trent Richardson, and Johnny Manziel. All you need to do is pick up the phone.
Hello, DSN Suicide Hotline.
Hi, this is Baker Mayfield. Can you help me? I was just drafted by the Browns.
Yes, Mr. Mayfield. We suggest you face your fears head on and go ahead and play for the Browns.
Oh, God, no! Don't give up hope like Baker did. DSN is just a phone call away. And if you continue to feel hopeless and feel stuck in Cleveland, just wait for the NBA playoffs to be over and ask LeBron if you can catch a ride with him to sunny Los Angeles.
Well,
I guess Cleveland's going to need a new quarterback.
yeah, that didn't last long. What? 4 days?
Yeah, that's holy. Wow, man, that's a bummer.
Yeah. Sorry, Browns.
Yeah, I guess maybe next year, right?
Yeah. What? They got another bust.
Huh.
What? Speaking of, okay. Speaking of LeBron, at the end of our great commercial,
Yeah.
he just got done with a 7-game series with the Pacers.
That's correct.
I don't even know where to go with this now. That was. Oh my God. So, okay. What do you think of that 7-game series before he goes to LA? I'm dying over here.
I think it was a hell of a series, man. I really do. I feel like if Cleveland makes it to the finals, if they somehow get past Toronto, they're going to be so exhausted if they make it to the finals.
Yeah, we were texting during Game 7, and I asked, you're the more of the basketball buff out of us two, and I asked, hey, he's playing the whole game. That's his game plan. Is that going to affect him?
Right. Well, I mean, I think like 10 episodes ago, I had talked about I don't like his minutes. I don't like how many minutes he's playing. This was like mid-season. I mean, we were like just playing way too many minutes. And, yeah, they can say what they want about cramps. Like he said today, oh, I'm fine. Well, no shit. There were cramps, asshole. You get paid millions of dollars to play a game. You should be fine. Cramps is fucking from dehydration. I just think he didn't get himself ready for that game, but the minutes are going to catch up with him eventually. I mean, my God.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten older. I think it's going to affect him down the road. I think if he wouldn't have got pulled out, I think the Pacers would have beat the Cavs, because he was kind of getting tired. It seemed like.
The Pacers had their chances. I think Bogdanovich played like shit. And so did fucking Arvydas Sabonis' son. Bogdanovich made some costly errors. He looked like he was caught up in the moment of a Game 7 to me.
Well, he had that great game, Game 3, I believe.
Yes.
And, I mean, it's one of them things where it kind of reminded me, I'm going to go back in time, okay, to when the Lakers played the Pistons.
Oh, God.
And what was that one dude from overseas that played? You'd remember him.
On the Pistons?
No, on the Lakers.
Are you talking about like the 2004?
Yeah.
With Ben Wallace and Rip Hamilton, Rasheed Wallace, Chauncey Billups?
Yeah. Who was the guy on the Lakers side? He was like a foreign player.
Oh, I think Medvedenko, maybe?
Yeah, that's what it was, Medvedenko. He had a hell of a game. And then I remember sitting there and you saying something along the lines of, man, he's just pushing for it. You know what I mean? He's trying too hard to light that fire like he did. And that's kind of how I foreseed, you know what I mean, Bogdanovich to be playing. So, I don't know. That's just my kind of view on him.
If Bogdanovich is anything like Slavidov Medvedenko, the Pacers need to get rid of him now.
Yeah.
I think Bogdanovich is better. Medvedenko was like he was pretty far down. Dude should have never been on the floor. I think Phil Jackson just kind of liked him.
I want to clarify something here. I am not comparing the two, saying they're the same. I was just saying Medvedenko had a hell of a game, and then the following game he was trying to push to get a hell of a game again, and it just wasn't working for him.
Well, yeah, when that team, they had Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Shaq, Kobe, Rick Fox, Robert Horry. That dude should have never even been on the floor.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. But the Pacers, they need to make a move, don't you think? You agree? No? I mean, what's your thoughts of this offseason?
Watching that game made me think they were missing a person. I felt like they were missing one person. Somebody that Oladipo needs a running mate, man. Miles Turner's not that guy, which he plays great. He's just not that guy. And Collison's even great. He's not that guy. He needs a guy that's going to go out and have the killer instinct like Oladipo does. He needs a running mate. Now,
there's a thing going around the fake news site Facebook, and there's a thing going around like with Kawhi Leonard, possibly being traded, and each team's what their chances are and who they have to give up. Do the Pacers try to get someone like him? Get a bigger star? Will that affect Oladipo? I mean,
the only way I would let somebody like Kawhi Leonard on the team is if San Antonio can finalize a contract with him and then trade him. Or he's going to fucking Dwight Howard you like Dwight Howard did with the Lakers. He's going to come, he's going to play a season, and he's going to get the fuck out. Ink a 5 or 6 year deal, have them work out a trade. That's the only way I would take somebody like Kawhi Leonard.
Now, the second part, Kawhi Leonard comes to Indy. How does that affect Oladipo?
I think a lot of it would matter if he's got the one year left on his deal, and when he comes next season, that would be his contract would be up. You'd always have the lingering issues every single night of not just basketball questions, but people asking you, do you think where is he going to go next season? I think it would be great if they could lock him up.
Because you don't want another Paul George situation you had last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Indiana's never been a good place for drama. Play basketball. That's what we want in Indiana.
Exactly. Someone like Carmelo, he's at his end of his career. He ain't gonna come here.
We don't want him.
I foresee like a super team out west. I'm just saying I think he's going to go out west. I just my opinion.
Okay, are you gonna say? Let's say Carmelo plays till 2020. That's just a couple more seasons. Does Carmelo Anthony retire an NBA champion?
I heard today there was question if he was going to take his player option of like 29 million or 25 million this year.
Good God.
And from what I understand is he's pretty much not taking it. So, way it sounds, he's going to be a free agent. It depends on what he does there, obviously. If he goes to, say, Cleveland, if LeBron stays, yeah. If he goes to Golden State, definitely. I mean, could you imagine him? He might have to come off the bench, which I know he don't want to do, but if he wants that ring...
Yeah, dude, speaking of the bench, I cannot get over how crammed those guys are on the bench. It drives me nuts to realize they're playing in almost billion-dollar stadiums, $100 million players, and they got a goddamn Fisher-Price playset for a bench. They're crammed, dude.
Yeah, I would not be comfortable. I'm a big guy. I think an airliner has more room than what they got.
Those first few coaches on the bench have a little room. But dude, the players, the Cavs were like sitting in the creases of the chairs. They weren't even sitting on like the chair part. It was just driving me nuts. I don't know why during Game 7.
I bet you're over there furious watching, weren't you? Like you were.
Dude, I was so fucking pissed.
I could tell, throwing stuff.
Dude, just fucking take 3 seats out and get these guys some room. I'm not talking about recliners, but dude, they give them like fucking folding chairs. Hey, you're 6'9", 240. Here's a fucking something from fucking Kids R Us.
Yeah, but if you're making millions, I don't care.
Millions.
Millions. God. Oh my God.
Gary Reeves says Larry Bird was the best ever.
What's your thoughts on that?
No.
No.
It's not very popular, but no, I don't think he was the best. I don't think it's fair. I've never thought it's fair to say this guy's the best player that ever played. It's too complicated for me. What do you base it on?
A lot of people base it off either championships or points per game. The thing is, in sports, do you really need a best ever? I mean, I get it. It's water cooler talk, all that bullshit. But when you get down to it, can't you just appreciate that you have your top tier players? You know what I mean?
Well, of course. I've always been like, well, what are we basing it on? Because if you're basing it on rings, it's got to be Bill Russell. But then if you're going that route, I think it has to be Bill Russell. Then if you're going championships, if you're going points, pure scores, then you go with the most points ever scored, which is Kareem. I mean, what do you go by? I've never been even when people were like Jordan is the best, there's no doubt about it. How can you say that? I don't see it. I could never be like this guy is the best. There's no one better. It's just not fair.
I think with like Jordan, it's because he was so flashy, the dunks, you know what I mean, all that shit. I think that's what they have.
I thought a lot of it was marketing. It was like the first player with marketable shoes, Gatorade, Wheaties. I mean, he was the first. He was like in the boom of that. So I think that helped a lot. I think.
Hey, we got a message. I get the phone. I assume when we did our commercials, I closed down the line. So hey, here we go. Let's take a listen. That's a loading.
Hey guys, what do you guys think about Romeo Langford, one of the top players in the country, 5-star recruit, just signed him with IU, plus Robert Fennessy from McCutcheon, a 4-star recruit, just signed with IU. What do you guys think about that? Thanks.
Awesome question.
You want to go first? You want me to?
Well, I mean, you brought it to my attention because the news never really got to here. And when I seen that he had committed to Indiana, I was like, that's great. That makes sense. The dude was born in New Albany. You know, it just made sense. I was like, that's great. That's perfect. But then you texted me and said that Skip Bayless had kind of trashed him a little bit, and the local media was kind of jumping all over it. And Skip Bayless is just one guy who gives a fuck what he thinks. I think he's a closet homosexual, by the way.
I second that. Really? Here's the thing. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%. Here's the thing. Romeo Langford, he did it. IU fans made the trek to New Albany for this whole spiel. Right then, you had to know he was going to IU. Because why would you have it in his hometown? If you're going to do that, you're going to do it somewhere like in Florida on quote-unquote vacation. Because you're not going to have him there and put on a Kansas hat. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, why not?
Because you're going to get a bunch of heat from IU fans. And if so, shame on IU fans because this kid is wanting to go where he wants to go.
Well, yeah, I mean, he had Indiana, Louisville, Kansas, Kentucky, Vandy, UNC, UCLA, Duke. I mean, I think he wants to play, and I know when he goes there, he's gonna get a hell of a lot of playing time.
Here's the thing, though. A lot of people saying he's going to be a one-and-done player.
I don't give a damn. If that one season you could get IU back on the map, get him a winning season, maybe even 16.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Because you know what? A lot of these teams that make it to the championship games have a lot of one-and-done players. And that's fine. Let them. You know what I mean?
What did Skip Bayless actually say?
I'd have to pull it up.
Just they made a big mistake or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. A lot from what I understand is he pretty much said he tagged him on Twitter and said you made a mistake. Pretty much, you should have went to Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Here's the thing. You're a grown-ass, old-ass man. Is he even 18 yet? Right? He's got to be close to 18. He's got to be 18.
He's 18.
So, this 18-year-old man, you're calling out on Twitter for going to where he wants to go. That, to me, is totally stupid.
Yeah, he just woke up on the wrong side of his boyfriend's bed.
Without a doubt. And it just blows my mind because he tweets that and it gets like huge fucking attention. And it's just like, who cares what he thinks?
I'm trying to find the McCutcheon recruit. I think it was Fennessy, but I feel like that was last year maybe. But maybe not.
See, I didn't hear much about that either.
Hold on. It is. It's the Robert Fennessy's the kid. He's ranked, I think he's the 100th ranked in shooting guards, or maybe he's just maybe in the state.
Yeah.
But he had an awesome senior season, I'm pretty sure. Me being in Michigan, I don't follow around there, but I'm almost sure it's Fennessy. But I know he had a great senior season. Yep, he committed. That's him.
You got to give big props to the IU coaching staff for pulling this off, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're promising for sure. I mean, it's going to be Archie Miller's second season, and he's already got some pretty good recruits.
Exactly. People bash Tom Crean, but Tom Crean did good. He brought people in. Archie's still using players that he brought in.
Dude, Cream, dude. His hair, man. He always looked like he smelled something funny. He was, I don't know.
Like he smelled something funny.
It's gonna be me.
Don't Justin Timberlake me.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking.
JT in the house.
So, okay, question for you.
Okay.
Who wins in the Cavs and Raptors game? I'll tell you what. You take East, I'll take West. Okay, we're gonna get this down, and then we'll discuss the finals.
I feel like you're gonna take the East.
I'm gonna take the West. You take the East, or do you want to take the
I
West?
thought you just what? I just got shafted.
Okay, I'll take the East. You take the
okay.
West. So, okay, I'll ask you first. Between the Rockets and Jazz, who's going to win that?
Rockets.
Okay, Pelicans, Warriors.
Warriors.
Rockets, Warriors.
Steph Curry's not healthy, man. I'm going Rockets. But if Steph Curry's going to play, I'm going Warriors.
Okay, and I got one more. I got one more for you.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Ditka versus a Hurricane. The Hurricane's name's Ditka.
Polish sausage. Ditka.
Bears.
Okay. So who you got? Cavs and Raptors, man.
I'm going Raptors. I think LeBron's tired. Jurassic Park in his ass.
Okay, Celtics Sixers.
This is where I'm torn. My mind's saying 76ers.
But your body is telling me yes. What's your body saying?
My body's telling me Celtics. Yeah, it's hey, I'm dealing with a cold here. I can't hit the high notes anymore. I got the 76ers. I think 76ers will beat the Celtics. Then I think the 76ers are going to beat the Raptors.
Wow.
You heard it here first.
That works. It's going to be May.
I don't know. I like the 76ers. I like how they're playing right now.
They're down 1-0.
I know, but I just got a vibe, man. It's like I know. I've went into the future, man.
Okay, since you're making selections, who wins season 26 of Dancing with the Stars Athlete Edition?
Oh my God. Really? Probably Tanya Harding.
Oh my God, dude, she's a man, baby.
Here's where I'm getting at. Hey, these Olympic skaters, they have like the advantage.
Yeah, right?
Like, it's like, how do I want to say this? It's like inviting David Beckham to your fucking company soccer game. Like
it'd be like inviting David Beckham to play like fucking hacky sack.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, gee, I wonder why is he so good?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I feel. They fucking choreograph fucking shit
on ice on a thin piece of blade. They're gonna be amazing on the ground, right?
I would think so, dude. Kareem, I thought was gonna die.
He could have a heart attack.
Dude, what do you think about your boy Johnny Damon, dude?
Okay, It's been hectic today. What happened? What happened?
He's on the fucking Dancing with the Stars, looking like
Is
his
he?
fucking mom did his hair.
Holy shit! I totally
He's
missed
got a
him.
fucking mohawk, faux hawk. He's looking like he's 8, and he's like, "Mom, will you do my hair?" And she's like, "Sure, John."
I am going.
Johnny Damon.
Why? He helped bring the Red Sox back to back a championship.
Yes, but he grew a beard, and then.
Oh my God! I've looked at it. Yes, he looks like an 8-year-old.
He's a big kid now.
Oh my God!
I watched like 15 minutes of it last night.
I can't watch.
And that's the most I've ever watched anything like that, and I'm done because the gay ice skater guy is going to win.
No doubt.
And it's like, come on, it's not even fair.
It's not. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I just don't get it. Tanya Harding has no chance.
No chance.
She's manly, dude. Her hands are scary looking. I can't.
Does she look like China?
No, she looks like she could probably give you one good stroke and fucking shred your foreskin for life.
For life.
For life.
Hey, real quick, we're jamming out to Tropidelic, you know? They liked our tweet. That's pretty cool.
A tweet?
Tweet? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The figure skaters have it.
Right. I thought it was funny that they were doing athletes, and we were both kind of just like, never would we ever watch anything like that. But I had to peek in, and I was just like,
dude, I can't watch it.
No, it's bad.
Like, we discussed that we were going to talk about this, and I kind of did like some quick research. And I'm not going to, I hate dancing, okay? I hate musicals. Except Cannibal the Musical. And I can't, why do I want to watch? It's like American Idol.
Yeah, it's bad. That's karaoke.
Yeah. It's gonna be my... And then he fucking... They're like, you're going on. You got the golden ticket. It's like fucking Willy Wonka's house.
You know who needs to show up on that show, don't you?
Who? The New World Order?
Hey, yo.
What show?
Hey, yo.
What show are we talking about?
Dancing with the Stars.
Dude, he can't. He'd be drunk. He wouldn't be able to dance.
Dancing with the bad guy.
Razor remote.
For life.
I liked his original theme, like from WWE.
Oh, the Razor's Edge? Razor Ramon? That was badass.
I'm going to pull it up right now.
All right. I watched his biography thing on the WWE. It was awesome.
The World Wrestling Federation, for over 50 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment.
Yeah.
That's right.
He gonna throw that toothpick at Kareem.
Dude, he based that character off of Scarface. That was his favorite movie.
No shit.
Tony Montana. Tony Montana.
The Razor. I love it. I love it.
Tony Montana.
We've went dark. It's gone. Well, no, not really.
Yeah, we just talked about fucking racing.
Well, it's gone downhill since our ad. Hey, real quick, I'm gonna play a little tribute. Okay. Over the Friday, someone's gonna be going to jail. It sounds like.
No shit.
Yeah, and not too long ago, we had an ad for.
That's right.
So, in honor of the one Bill Cosby, let's take a listen to his ad before he went to jail.
Oh, we should have played barbecue sauce.
Man, last night was rough this cold. And work was a bear. And I got this big day tonight. What am I going to do?
Has the stress of life made it too hard to sleep at night? Are you kept up by that pesky cold that won't go away? Or are you just trying to dip your pudding pop in a young lady you just met? Well, look no further than Bill Cosby's Jell-O cold capsules. Now with all new flavors. Enjoy cherry, orange, and Bill's favorite, rape grape. So if you want to dip your zippity zap in a flappity flop, just reach for Bill Cosby's Jell-O cold capsules.
Oh man, this is great. Thanks, Bill Cosby.
Wait, what are you doing?
Yeah. Now wait, what did you say right before I played that?
Remember the barbecue sauce thing?
Yes, I do have.
That was rough.
Yeah, are you wanting to let's do it?
Yeah, it's up to you, man.
I mean, we can give a little sample.
Sure.
I love your neck, honey.
Well, it certainly is nice to see them work things out for themselves.
Yeah, but anything out for themselves. It's my barbecue sauce.
Your barbecue sauce.
My barbecue sauce. Haven't you ever noticed after people have some of my barbecue sauce, after a while when it kicks in, they get all huggy-buggy?
Oh, stop.
I'm dead serious. Haven't you ever noticed that after one of my barbecues and they have the sauce, people want to get right home? Let me tell you something else. I got a cup of it up on the night table and I got a cup of it, I said. Left it up there breathing. Why don't you give the chicken to these people that's going up and have some sauce?
So here's the rest of the chicken, you guys.
So, I got a question out of that commercial.
All right.
Is the barbecue sauce flavored rape grape?
Yeah, I don't know. Quickly.
Oh, that's crazy. Hey, so we promoted something. You want to go on and get to it?
Yeah, our 2007 draft do-over.
Yes.
Yeah, we came up with an idea this week with that probably stings the worst for Raiders fans, but a lot of good players in the draft. The year Jamarcus Russell went number 1 in 2007, we were going to do a draft redo.
Yes. How do you want to do this? Go on, start it.
Yeah. Okay, so original first pick was Jamarcus Russell, a quarterback, and we all know how that went.
Not good.
Right. Here's my do-over. Dude, they had Josh McCown on the roster. They had Dante Culpepper. And then at running back, they had Lamont Jordan and Dominic Rhodes. So obviously my new pick would be Calvin Johnson.
Hey, that's who I got number 1.
Really?
Yeah.
So we have not talked about this. We're revealing this on the show tonight. So, okay, so originally at number 2, Detroit took Calvin Johnson. Who do you have going to Detroit now?
Darrelle Revis.
Okay. I got Adrian Peterson.
Okay, I can see that.
I say they go back to the roots of the days of Barry Sanders and pound it.
Pound it. After Bill Cosby, really?
That's right. Well, and then in a couple years, you got Stafford, and Stafford has never had a good running back.
No, I agree. Okay, who do you have for number 3?
Okay, the original pick, the number 3 pick for the Cleveland Browns was offensive tackle Joe Thomas, who spent his entire year there, or his entire career there, and was absolutely awesome. That's where I go with Darrelle Revis. I think at least they have somebody out on the field that can definitely stop somebody.
Sure.
Who do you got?
I have Adrian Peterson.
That works.
They get a running back. I mean, here's the thing. I'm looking at who could have made an impact out of this draft class. I mean, obviously right now. And, I mean, Adrian Peterson might have been able to bring the Browns out of the funk they were in.
I agree. I almost took Marshawn Lynch right there, too. So I could totally agree with that. Okay, so number 4, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Their original pick was defensive end Gaines Adams. That did not go so well.
No.
Who was your new pick at number 4?
Beast mode, Marshawn Lynch.
That's who I got, man.
Nice.
I like that fit. I think he's a good fit in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, he would be perfect. Looking back, I wish Oakland would have maybe picked him, but I'm going realistic here. You know what I mean? So, go ahead. Sorry, I'm rambling.
No. Okay, so number 5, Arizona Cardinals. They took offensive tackle Levi Brown with their pick.
Now, who was the Cardinals quarterback at that time?
It was not Kurt Warner was
not
still like 2. No, he was on there.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. And Edgerrin James. Anquan Bolden, Larry Fitzgerald. So who do you take there?
At number 5? You ready?
Yep.
The brother of the Olsen twins, Greg Olsen.
Nice. This is where I took Joe Thomas. I don't think they ever had a good offensive lineman, and I think Thomas being there that whole time with Warner and Edgerrin James and those guys, I think that would have been an awesome anchor for that offensive line. But no, that would have been another weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
I can totally see that. So that was a pretty good jump because Olsen was taken, 31st. So that's a good jump.
Now, I'm basing it off of not necessarily at their time, but what we know is their skill set. You know what I mean? What they have done.
Oh, yeah. I looked at the roster, who they had on the roster, and went from there and the best.
Gotcha. Okay, we're on the same page.
Yeah. So, okay, at number 6, the Redskins originally took LaRon Landry, safety out of LSU. Who did you take?
I kept him.
Yeah, I just swapped for another safety. I have always liked Eric Weddle.
Okay.
So I took Eric Weddle there. I thought Weddle slipped big time in the draft. Yeah, he was picked 37th. I think he was a steal.
Yeah, I kept him. I liked him there.
Okay, so Adrian Peterson's off the board, and that's who Minnesota took at number 7. Who did you take for the new pick?
You ready for this?
Y'all ready for this?
I don't think you're ready for this. Patrick Willis.
Fuck you.
Is that what you picked?
Yeah.
Ha! That's awesome.
I was like tossed up. I think my next one's my dark horse. At number 8, the Atlanta Falcons originally took defensive end Jamal Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if my pick's going to be too popular, but I like linemen. And I go Ryan Khalil, center. He went 59th.
Okay.
I think the Falcons need a with Matt Ryan coming and everything, I think he needed a good lineman, good center.
Well, I went lineman.
Nice.
I went Joe Thomas though.
Perfect. That we were thinking the same thing with the offenses.
Yeah, I agree. Number 9, Miami Dolphins. Ted Ginn Jr. Original.
Not good.
No. Who'd you have?
I took Lamar Woodley, defensive end.
Okay. I took Lawrence Timmons, linebacker.
Dude, it was a toss-up. I couldn't decide whether I would have taken Timmons or Woodley, and I was just like, ah.
Here's the thing. Me personally, I prefer linebackers.
Call you back in an hour.
Back
Yeah. Okay, so our 10th pick, Houston Texans, Amobi Okoye, defensive tackle.
Who'd you have?
I took offensive tackle Joe Staley. I think they needed a good big lineman.
See, I went Reggie Nelson.
That's pretty good too. That was a pretty good draft, man.
Yeah, exactly. I tell you what, my first. Here's the thing. I almost went Marshawn Lynch 1 because of the whole Oakland thing. But I went Calvin Johnson. So that pushed Marshawn back to 4.
Right.
But if Calvin wasn't there, Lynch would have been number 1.
So honestly, just looking at how we did the draft, it's easy to see how these guys could like slide a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Because again, what running backs did Oakland have? I totally forget off the top of my head.
Dominic Rhodes and Lamont Jordan.
I mean, I think Calvin Johnson would have been better there with the quarterbacks they had.
Right. I was just going to assume like maybe Dante Culpepper didn't get hurt, and Josh McCown is okay, but with a weapon like that, you know. So, yeah, we were on the same page, I think.
Yeah. So let's do a quick recap. 1 was Calvin Johnson. You had
Calvin.
Okay. 2, I had Darrell Revis.
I had Adrian Peterson.
Okay. 3, I had Peterson. You had
Revis.
So we pretty much flopped there.
Yeah. Flip.
Woo! Marshawn Lynch was my 4th.
Yep.
Greg Olson was my 5th.
I had Joe Thomas.
LaRon Landry was 6. I kept him there. You went different.
Eric Weddle, safety.
Patrick Willis was 7.
Yep.
Joe Thomas was 8.
I went Ryan Khalil, shaking it up.
9 was Lawrence Timmons.
Which is a good pick. I took Woodley.
And then Reggie Nelson was 10.
I took Joe Staley. We
did 3 out of 10. I mean, the same.
If only we could redo that.
Exactly. But here's the thing I was thinking today. Let's say they did. Let's say they picked Lynch or Johnson, you know what I mean, whoever. Would have it had still led to us getting Carr?
Well, right. I doubt it. And the Lions, maybe they wouldn't have went if they would have had maybe Adrian Peterson or Darrell Revis. Maybe they wouldn't have went 0-16 and got Matthew Stafford.
Exactly. So in the end, it's worked out for some, not everyone.
In the end, it doesn't even matter.
I'm gonna hang out with them someday.
Hey, God!
Real quick,
Baker Mayfield's there already.
Yeah, he's hanging out. He's at the Linkin Park concert right now. Indy 500's coming up May 27th. It is May. Oh. Is it the biggest race of all time?
I think so. It's... How do I want to put this and not sound like an asshole? I think the Indy 500 is a spectacle.
It is.
And I think the Brickyard 400 is more for the race fans.
Well, you could tell because the Indy 500, you have people from all over the world coming to this. The Brickyard, you're lucky if you even fill or sell out that racetrack.
You think?
Oh, God, yeah, dude. Last year, they had, like, sections closed.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it was... It's not a good racing track. Like, when we went there...
What?
Yeah, for stock cars. That's what I'm talking about, stock cars right now.
Okay.
They get so far spread out, and you can only see so much of the track, where the Indy cars, they all stay close and tight, and they fly through those corners. It's totally different racing. You know what I mean, with Indy cars and stock cars.
No, I agree. I don't know.
It's not a good racetrack to go watch. Now, sitting at home watching, that's a different story.
Trying to find the goddamn attendance.
I get you. So that's just my personal opinion. You know, I always sat in the fourth turn. You'd see him come out of the third, into 4, out of 4, and partial the front. And they get so far spread out, the stock cars, that it's just, you know, it's not even, I mean, you just see a car go by. They're really not much racing. Where the Indy cars...
So, I mean, are you talking about it from a fan's point of view? Like, going there, it's not...
Let me rephrase all this. It's from a fan's perspective. My personal opinion. Now, I'm sure the drivers love it. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the biggest stages, if not the biggest.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm just saying from a fan's perspective.
Well, okay, here's the thing. It has a seating capacity of 235,000, with an infield seating raising the capacity to 400,000. So, if the Brickyard only sold half, let's just say, and they got to sell more than that, that's 200,000 people.
Yeah, but see, I don't think they... hold on. 2017 Brickyard attendance. Low for cash. I'm looking here.
Daytona's capacity was 167,000.
There's only an estimated of 35,000 were in attendance for Sunday to witness the 2017 Brickyard.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, you should see a picture. There's like spacing. There's like nobody near each other.
Why have it?
Because it's
can take
the
over
Brickyard.
10 years to develop a single medication.
Yes, it can. Because it's the Brickyard. That's the whole reason why. It's Indianapolis.
Oh wait, there was a rain.
Was there?
I'm looking at the news headline of that day, and it's like shrinking crowds due to rain. So I mean, it looks.
Well, 2006.
It says another rough showing.
Yeah, 2016 is from several years from 2000 to last year's estimated crowd of 75,000, and now 2015 was 75,000, and the crowd might not have topped 50,000 in 2017.
Hey, a lot of that rests on the motherfuckers that live there, man.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, if you ain't gonna go and support that fucking race, why have it?
Because I think the drivers want to race there.
Yeah, but if it's not fucking profitable, there's no point.
That's NASCAR for you anymore. I mean, Daytona, Talladega, those hit. Now Bristol, they had low attendance a couple weeks ago, but it was due to flooding, possible flooding. Doo-doo.
I don't like the stages, man.
I don't. It's kind of one of them things where I get why they did it. I do. They did it for your super speedways, because early on in the race you have everybody going to the back. You know what I mean? Not really racing, because they don't want to wreck. They don't want to be in that big one. They're trying to get more racing in earlier on, make it more exciting.
Okay, so the Indy 500, it's going to be the 102nd running, May 27th. There have been 3 guys that have won it 4 times: AJ Foyt, Al Unser, and Rick Mears. Out of those 3 guys, who would you pick as like kind of the face of the 500?
Probably Al Unser.
Yeah, I'm a Foyt guy.
You know, Andretti's in general for the Indy cars are kind of the face, but for the 500, I mean, it could go either way, Foyt or Unser.
It's a sight to see. It's something. It's pretty awesome, I think.
Oh, I love it. I went a few years ago, and the smell of the fuel, just everything. I love it.
I'm there just for the smell.
Exactly, right? I tell you what I really love is going to over in Claremont to the NHRA, what's that called? The Nationals over there. I love filming that Top Fuel car.
Right on.
I just random thought. I just smell that fuel when they fucking hit that and your body shakes because of it. I love it.
That's a seizure.
Yes, it's hereditary, I guess now. But no, hell, Indy 500. It's what it is. It's a classic race. I mean, Indy cars will always race there.
Yeah, clearly. Jesus. I can't believe that shit.
As far as NASCAR, I can see them in the next 3 years stepping away from there.
They're gonna have to do something to get the people back in the stands, or they're gonna have to get that one off the map.
Well, they were talking last year about possibly. Now they have it this year. It's right before. It's the last race before the playoffs. Their playoff system. Now, they were talking last year about doing away with going around the oval and doing the road course. I think it would hurt it more.
I know a lot of guys that hate the road courses, but I've always kind of I kind of like the road courses sometimes. You really get to see who the drivers are.
Yeah, I
think it would help there.
They ought to give it a shot.
If it's going at this rate, I mean, Jesus.
What's it going to hurt doing it 1 year? If you pack the stands, great.
I agree.
So, no, it's been a fun week in sports, without a doubt. This is probably by far one of our longest shows too.
Well, yeah, definitely.
It's been a hell of a ride. Hell of a ride.
Well, thanks everybody for listening and tuning in. We appreciate it. We do.
Yes, we. Reason why we do it is have you guys call on and hang out and talk with us. So check out our pages. Obviously, you're on Facebook. Check out our Twitter, Instagram. We might have some big news coming up soon. So I'll keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes out. So we're gonna rock out some more Tropidelic here. You ready to roll?
Yeah, man. This might be my favorite tune by them, I think.
This is Too Loose from the album Go Down with the Ship.
See you guys.
Afternoon to end up on the news. Take it in the fist fight. You know me, I succeed, but all along the way I bleed. Even a quickie can get sticky like my hash pipe. So smoke up, I had enough. Call my mother, call my bluff. Ain't got shit to do with luck when it comes to our time. It's too much, I say goodbye as I step into the sky. Gonna be rapping till I die and that day has come. Cause the shit that protects you most is what you run from all day long. Stay numb and that's no longer just for fun. Now that a motorist become my own destruction.